Falcon fans, and holy Toledo Falcon fans. What a game. What a game. Probably a little bit closer than it should have been at the end, but what a game just the same. Hey, you got T Will with you. You got C Dub with you. You got my man Ron with you. And we're here today to talk about these Falcons and what happened in this game. And oh my goodness, fellas, what a game, what a game, what a game. Uh, Guys, that was a little bit too much excitement for me. I don't know how y'all feel about it. But I tell you what, gentlemen, you know how we do it on this show. We're going to get to it and have lots of discussion right after the music. Here we go. Hello, 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 hello. I am your host, T Will, and we got my co-host, my buddies, my partners with me today. And I'm gonna need them because woo! We got C Dub, we got Ron. Fellas, what a game. Oh my god, I think my heart is in my butt right now. How are you guys feeling after that game, man? Wow, what a game. What a game.
Ron?
Uh,
I'm being nice. I'm letting Ron speak first.
I got my aspirin right here. It gave me a headache, and my wife was cussing me out. She's like, "What the f are you doing in there?" I like, just go with the flow. Just go with the flow.
Go with
With
it.
the Falcons.
Go with it. Just
But-
go with it. Oh,
Right.
what a game. What a I mean and sheesh, man. Dude, just give me a minute because I got to come down off of whatever this is. You're talking about a roller coaster of emotions, right?
Mhm.
Guys, it's third down and 12, and Kirk Cousins scrambles for 12 yards. Holy Toledo. Then we go for it on third. We don't get it. Then we go for it on fourth with a what? A quarterback sneak. And we get it. We get the quarterback sneak. And you're thinking, okay, ho hum, we're going to kick this field goal. And worst case scenario, they're going to tie the game. And what happens? Koo misses the kick. And now everything is in danger. Everything that we've worked for is right there on the line. Holy cheese balls, man. My God, Chris. C-Dub, what are you thinking? What are you thinking?
This was the wrong day for me to stop drinking. I'll tell you. Look. I don't have patience. Right here. The Falcons have took most of my hair. They took my sanity in some places. I am not playing this game. I mean, look, first of all, I need to give shout-outs to Kirk Cousins. That was a heck of a game.
It was.
It's not his 500-yard game, but look, you're not asking him to do that all the time.
Right.
But not just that, but also let's give some love to Bijan because man's making plays in the running game, folks. And I got to go here. I know everybody wants Tyler. Oh, trust me, we'll talk about Tyler. But remember, Tyler has this small little issue. Yes, he did the 1,000 yards. Yes, was one of the first ones to do all that. But they still draft Bijan.
Mm-hmm.
Whether we liked it or not, they did it. We can't change that. But I'm going to say this. We have to step up in this regard. Because Ron said it earlier, this game should have been a bigger blowout. This game should have been a blowout.
Well,
that first half, and again, we talk about this again, the defense. I mean, there's at one point I'm just going to go, what defense? We have none. We can't find it because they're not eligible to show up. Because I don't know. Our pass rush just isn't there. Luckily, Jesse Bates showed up by doing the punch and then doing the interception. Then AJ Terrell did the interception. I love that we make plays when needed. But it's like this. Are we that team? That is my now question. Because you're now 4-2 in this division. You are now in charge of your destiny.
Mm-hmm.
Or, wait a minute.
We're 4-0.
We're 4-0. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, 5-3, but we're 4-0 in our division.
Yeah.
So now you have to ask yourself, are we that good? Are we that good? Or are we just better than the crap? Because right now, I don't know what we do good right now. I would like to say run the football, but you saw what happened. Lindstrom goes out, and again, we have issues running the football. It's like when any member of our offensive line goes down, I got to hold my breath because I got to go, are we going to be able to recover, and be able to step into this?
Yeah.
And, these are legit questions. Yeah, these are legit questions. And it's like this. Am I happy about the W? Guys, I'm always happy about a W. Okay? I love a win. You go to Tampa Bay, the weekend of Jack Spade's birthday. Jack, if there's a bad play, I expected you to throw stuff from the stands wherever you sit. You are celebrating your birthday. You should have been throwing stuff to help us out, man. I expect better.
Oh.
But no, for real. Happy birthday, by the way.
Happy birthday, Jack.
You got this team. Fans are traveling to these games. Fans are wanting to be a part of this ride. But we really have to ask some questions because when it comes down to it, when you play the best, you don't want to be leaking because that's going to be, what does they say? Whatever your weakness is, we're going to gas you with it. And that's what I keep thinking about when I watch these games. So, but let's go, man, because I'm ready. I got so many things I want to talk about.
So, fellas, let's talk about the defense, right? And I know we hear all of the stuff about Jimmy Lake and what have you, but let's look at the numbers, right? So, first half we give up 17 points. Now, understand, it feels like we're getting bludgeoned to death, but it's really death by 1,000 paper cuts because, again, these drives are 15 plays long. And to be honest with you, we gave up 17 points in the first half. We gave up 9. And of those 9, 2 of them were given up by the offense. So we gave up 7 points on defense in the second half. That's it. We gave up 7 points, right? So I know it feels bad. I mean, it feels bad. It's like I don't know if you've ever been in class with a little psychopath that just he knows the rules and he pushes them to his advantage, and it feels like he's just the son of Satan, but he breaks little rules. He just pushes it to the limit. He does what is allowable within the system, and I agree that can come back and get us. But I got to be honest, and I try to be fair. Again, the Falcons the defense only gave up 7 points. Right to your point, C-Dub. When that card comes in, I don't know that play was so much on Tyler as it was it's like simultaneously he's getting the ball and getting hit at the same time. Now he should have held on to it. I'm not making it for him, But I can understand if you're gonna fumble, it would be there. I can understand you got somebody hitting you at your legs as soon as you get the ball and you
Right.
throw off a little bit because you're in the end zone. And your first thought is, oh my God, I got to get out of the end zone, and you kind of forget to hold on to it. Again, I'm not making excuses for it, but I'm saying we kind of put our, they got a safety there. We didn't. The defense didn't give that up, right?
Right.
So, all in all, it was bend don't break in the first half. In the second half, we made the adjustments, and for the most part, it worked. Now that that's out of the way, guys, I'm really starting to think maybe we need to trade for some pieces. In my humble opinion, we might need 3 pieces. And I'll throw this out there, and you guys tell me what you think about it. Number one, we need a pass rusher, which goes without saying. Number two, we need a run stopper in the middle. We need a clogger. We need a big ass, bear ass mountain of a man. We need somebody to clog up the run, and then maybe we need a decent backup guard.
I mean,
Maybe we need a Swiss Army knife who's a guard who can play multiple positions and come in and you really not suffer, right?
right.
But go ahead, Ron, you about to say something.
I would trade for Dexter Lawrence for Detroit.
You mean the New York Giants? Dexter Lawrence?
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, you all good. You're good.
My
Don't
bad.
worry.
I would trade
All
for
good.
him. He, yeah, that. I think he got 8 sacks this year.
Let's look up his PFF grade.
Oh Lord, those people.
He been balling this year, and I know everybody gonna say, "Well, the team bad." Well, the team might be bad, but he's still doing his job.
The Giants' defense leads the league in sacks, folks.
Right.
Is he
Yeah,
available?
I don't know if Lawrence is available, but I know I've heard about Orgilari.
Right, the pass rush.
So so he's definitely available too. So we don't know. It's the old expression I've said before. If you're interested, make a call.
Right.
Maybe we could do a package deal for him. But he's at 90%. Guys, if I got a nose tackle at 90%, what it would cost you, I don't know that you would want that.
But
I would try it. I mean, hey, maybe you can try and get them both. I would try it.
I'm glad you said that, Terry, because this is the Giants. And what I mean by that, when you let Saquon Barkley go to Philly and not pay that man, you crazy.
Yeah.
You crazy.
Well, I mean, they went out and paid for Brian Burns too. Now remember that because they did the trade for him, and they locked him up the extension. What's up, Jabril? Rising up from Tampa.
Jabri, how you doing, man? Well, hey, one of our podcast mates. How you doing, Jabri? Hopefully all is well, man. Let me know if you want to hop on the chat, bro. I know you're probably live there and partying your you-know-what off, but if you want to hop on for a few moments, you can. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link in the chat, Jabri. And, hey, let us know if you want to hop on.
But,
whoever else is watching, let us know. If you want to hop on, you're welcome to do it.
But, I would trade for him. I would
definitely trade for him, without a doubt. Looking at these numbers, you're 100% right, Ron. I just don't know that they'd have to be idiots. Dude, he is at 90%. That's like a beautiful – I'm trying not to be misogynistic here, but I'm going to have to be a little bit. That's like a beautiful woman that loves football, whether you're there or not.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's like a beautiful woman that's into you, that loves you, and she can tell you about cover 2 coverages and cover 3 and disguise, and she plays Madden, right?
And she tweaks her nipples. I'm sorry.
Stop it. Their use of sexual innuendo on C-Dub. 15-yard penalty. 15-yard penalty.
I've never said I was wrong. I was never said I was right and virtuous. I just said I was C-double.
No, man, all good. We got Terrell us in the chat. Welcome to the show, Terrell. Terrell says, "Rise up, fellas. Good win today." Terrell's a good win, but I tell you what, man, these Falcons, boy, they trying. Whew, man, that was a game. That was a game. But hey, man, let's talk about some takeaways, right? So, one of my takeaways, and we're in this is game 8, so we are basically at the halfway point. I think at this point, we need a nose at the very least. We need a big ass nose tackle and a pass rush. Now, if you want to go out and get a backup guard, I'm not opposed to that either. But if you can do it, we need a big ass nose tackle that can clog up that middle. You can rotate them with Brady and Onyemata and whoever the hell else you want to do it. That's a run stopper. You know what I mean? We need that because we're getting killed. And we need a pass rusher. And hey, I like your proposition, man. If you could do it, I would love to go to the Giants and say, "Hey, look it. We're gonna need your boy, what's his name? Let me go up here.
Dexter Lawrence.
We're gonna need Dexter Lawrence, and we're gonna need Azeez Ojulari, and we'll trade you 3 first-round picks, and a case of beer. We might just throw in Jimmy Lake. Just kidding, Jimmy. Just kidding.
No, you're right about that.
You're kidding. No. I'm trading Jimmy Lake. I'm trading his mama, his daddy, his family.
Hey. 15-yard penalty. What's up with you, Chris? Attacking his family. Hey.
My wife just called me. She said, "Get the boxes ready." She on the phone with the moving truck right now, people.
Oh man, wow!
And trained in driving big trucks, so I can do that mess.
Hey,
so we ready.
To Jimmy's credit, look, man, we only gave up 9 points in the second half, but hang on, guys, we got some housekeeping. Terrell Johnson says definitely was a game. We have to get some pass rush. Yes, we do. Anthony White says we got it, but it was tough. Anthony, boy, you said a mouthful right there, man. I don't know that I could take another one of these. Man, let me tell you something, fellas. My heart was literally in my butt, man. I had to get up a couple times, walk around. You know what I mean? I had to drink some water, Ever since my little incident, I can't drink beer anymore. And I'm like, C-Dub, I picked the wrong time to have that. Because, man, these Falcons will drive you to drink. So, guys, and you know what? Hey, Ron, do me a favor. File that away, that Dexter Lawrence away. And that, because that's a very good suggestion. I don't know that they'll do it. If I'm the Giants, there's no way in HE double hockey sticks I'm trading it. I mean, Dexter, look at him, man. He's 90%.
But once again, this is what you get from the Giants. I say we need be on the phone with them on the fly on the plane. Hey, we give you 3 first rounds, a box of Twix. It's almost Halloween. A box of Snickerdoodles
and some Reese's cups.
Reese's cups.
Yeah, gotta have the Reese's cups.
I mean, look. Yeah, go ahead.
That's crazy. No, go ahead, C-Dub. What you got?
No, it's like this. We say first round picks. We don't know exactly what guys would want. That's why I always say you make the call. All right.
Well,
you have to make the call, find out who's available.
Yeah.
Now, and look, you were talking about a big time tackle, someone that can, move the. That really is maybe all you need, because I could see us using maybe Hennessy to be the swing guard and the backup center. There are guys you can use here. What I am concerned with is no push in this defense. And hold on.
All good. Take a pause there, buddy. Take a pause.
I got it.
Pause. All good.
But what I saw, we couldn't get a sack to save our lives.
No, we couldn't.
And not just a sack. I'm even talking tackle for a loss.
Yeah.
And, everyone's like, well, but we survived. That's the problem. There are going to be teams that are going to prey upon, they're going to give us how to beat them? All right, let's do it. They can, tic-tac, 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 and take you out. The thing is this. I'd never understand a coach that wants to be so about his system when all you have to do is look at someone and go, I want to improve every game.
Well,
we're not there.
Let me ask you this, C-Dub, because I got to be honest. When we go in man, we typically end up getting torched. Now, we might not, but I'm not going to say we get torched for a lot of yards, but we typically give up plays. So maybe what they're not saying is, and it would, some of this has to be true because they're so reluctant to go in man. You know what I mean? They're so reluctant. There has to be a reason for it, and they got to feel like. And again, look, I'm not in the locker room. My name is not Nostradamus. I'm not Professor X. I'm not a telepath. I can't read minds. But I'm gonna do my very best Professor X impersonation for you. So, Chris, go ahead and bring up Cerebro for me. Wait a minute. I'm channeling into Jimmy Lake's mind, and he's saying, guys, we don't necessarily want to go man to man because when we do it in practice, we get killed. We're gonna stay in zone, right? We're gonna make them go 15 yards. And, we might get a few turnovers and we'll stop them and we'll figure it out in the second half. This is what I'm getting. You know what I mean? Now, again, it's hard to watch. It's like death by 1,000 paper cuts, man. It's like somebody just, and you're like, stop it. And you can't stop them, right? And then some kind of way, like there's an intermission. And you go in, and when you go in at halftime, you put on this brace that stops the paper cuts. You know what I mean? Or at least it becomes way more difficult to cut you. This is like the most stupid analogy in the world. But anyway.
Well, what you're doing, okay. But the thing is, what you're doing, like the second half. Let's talk about it. Yeah. We fumbled the ball. We when if we don't score, we have to punt.
What?
And then you're like hoping to God to make a stop because, again, you're hoping. Now, I get it. They only scored 9 points. Look at how quick they came up that field, though.
What?
Within a minute and 1 second. That's what I'm talking about. It's like you're going to go against teams that are going to be better prepared. You're going to go against teams that will have their top 2 receivers. And the thing is this. Death by 1,000 paper cuts. I get it. I get you don't want to give up the big play. Here's the problem. We're not that good in man, so we have to stick here. All right, well, if you have to stick on zone, why don't you play zone better then? Why are you giving up such great yardage? Do you see what I'm saying? It's like when you do that, it's like that's where fans want to look at you and go, all right, would you please stop taking your crazy pills?
What?
Come on down to what we're seeing. And my thing is this. When he says stats are for losers, I want to remind him, did you win that game?
Yeah. Hang on, guys. Let's do a little housekeeping. So, hey, everyone, for my ATL Sports 1, again, for my ATL Sports 1 on YouTube, please like, share, and subscribe. We're pretty much here every Sunday and Friday nights at 7 p.m. Again, this is for my ATL Sports 1 on YouTube. You guys are welcome. We're glad to have you. Please like, and we got one more guest to get to. That is Mr. John Brooks. My God, a game should never be that close. Again, no pass rush. You know what, C-Dub, to that point, look, man, at some point, we got to get some pass rush.
Yes.
When you look like you got something you want to say, go ahead.
But, okay, look at the games we play next. Dallas, Saints, Broncos, Chargers, Vikings, Raiders, Giants, Commodores, the Panthers.
We play Lionel Richie.
Yeah, we play Lionel Richie.
I'm just kidding.
And he's gonna be throwing on us all night long. All night.
I love it. 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 I love it.
Okay, why you asked me why I brought up these teams? That the quarterback, they got dual threat quarterback.
Ron, we got a dual threat. We got Kirko Chains, baby.
Yeah,
he ran for that first down. It should have been third first down automatic, but you know.
Right.
you see Kirk run that 12-yard pass.
Yeah, and also I seen a snail running by my.
hey, Kirko was grease lighting. He was like, "Go be fast in the golden light, grease lighting, go grease lighting."
Yeah, man. Yeah.
But yeah, we having problems with dual threat quarterbacks.
Hey, man, look, at this point, I can pretty much write the script for every Falcons game. We're probably going to give up about 17 points in the first half. We go in the halftime, and Raheem and Jimmy are going to go in the back and be like, hey, man, we need to do this, do this. Add a 1, carry the 4, This is it. All right. And they come out, and we give up 7 points, you know? I mean, look it.
Well,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
But why we got to wait till halftime to do that?
Your guess is good as mine. Hey, guys, we got Ladarius in the chat. Ladarius, are you there, brother? Wait.
Oh, yes, I see him. There he is.
What up? Hey, C-Dub, send him the link.
All right, I got you.
He wants to hop on.
Our mindset should be, you know what, we're not finna give up nothing. In the first half.
Yeah.
We should be like, we should not give up nothing. Stop making these quarterbacks look better than what they is. Baker Mayfield. Stop it. I mean, Atlanta Falcons defense, yes, I would take the win. Yes. But the way y'all play every quarterback, dual threat quarterback, I feel like Red Sanford after the game. Yeah, I coming for you. I coming.
Coming to join you, honey, Elizabeth. I'm coming to join you.
I mean, I don't know. But
sorry, I love that thing.
Me too, man. Me too. Go ahead, Ron.
So, what our defensive coordinator name?
Jimmy Lake.
Jimmy, I need to swim in the lake.
Jimmy Lake. When you come back to ATL on that plane, we got a lake indicator. Go jump in there, player. Go jump in there. We got a lake for you.
Wow.
Indicator, don't jump in there.
Wow.
Because I don't know what else to say. This defense, I tired playing on being and dope break. I tired of it.
Well, guys, let's look at this, and you know, it's ironic that this segment is called takeaways because we did. You see what I did there? It's called.
I saw what you did there. I saw what you did. Yeah. Look at you, flavor,
ladies and gentlemen. Yes, yeah. I didn't even go to school for that. It's amazing. No, so guys, we had 2 key interceptions, right? Because if not for that interception, not for those interceptions, we could very well lose a game.
Yeah.
We had 2 very key takeaways, which is a positive, right? One on a flea flicker where they thought they had us fooled, and Jesse Bates was like, "Gotta be quicker than that. Gotta be quicker than that." And you know, I was glad to see AJ fake him out because AJ faked like he was going toward the post, and then I don't know that he did the Ed Reed turnaround, but he immediately shifted to the other side and went and picked that ball off. And that was all AJ. That was all AJ. That was a great play. So, you know, there were some positives. Also, again, they only gave up 7 points in the second half. So I think again, it really, and I hate to beat a dead horse, but it really is like death by a thousand paper cuts, man. It's hard to watch, but it's not necessarily ineffective. We gave up 26 points. Now the other side of that, because I love to play devil's advocate, is we gave up 26 points to a team with a number 3 or number 4 receivers.
What?
Yep.
Give up a lot of passing yards to backs out of the backfield. And hey, you know what? We did guilty. You know, you could also argue that we probably should have had about 38, 42 points, and the game wouldn't have been this close. So, I mean, look, at the end of the day, we win. My takeaways are this offense is getting better. You know what I mean? We scored 24 points in the first half, 7 in the second half. Would have liked to have been more, but I mean, 31 points in the NFL for the most part, you should win, or at least be close. So I mean, that's a positive for the offense. Takeaway for the defense for me is we gotta get an edge rush. It's not even a request at this point. It's a demand. It's a direct. We you know, if today's 27th. When's the trade deadline? Is November 4th or November 5th?
November 5th.
5th.
Yeah. If we don't get a pass rusher, I'm gonna really be disappointed. And look, I know deals are not always there. You know what I mean? I've been a Falcons fan for 40 plus years, 45. I've been a Braves fan for 45 years. I've been a Hawks fan for 45 years. I've been a United fan for as long as they've been in existence. I've been a Bulldog, 45 years. It is not always easy to go and make a trade. You know what I mean? There are a lot of things that, you know, that have to go into it. But Terry F. Baby, you got to do something, man. You got to do something. Look, you don't have a contract. It's all in, brother. We move those chips to the middle. It's all in. It is all in. You know, those are my takeaways. I feel like Ron took copious notes, and C-Dub, I know you got notes in your head because you're a human computer. What's you guys' takeaways from this game? Let's talk
about it. Our catcher, Young Ho too. You gotta do better. You were at the 48-yard line. You gotta do better. You basically let them back in the game when you missed that kick. Yeah. Because did y'all see on Tampa Bay sideline on Todd Bowles were clapping his hands? Yeah. No, Young Ho too. You gotta do better. About time AJ Terrell got an interception. About time.
Ron, to Young Ho Koo, are we at the point where we need to think about getting another kicker? Are we, or am I tripping?
No, I'm glad you said that because we do need to get another kicker, but you have to put some pressure on him. Yeah, just to put pressure on Young Ho too. Like every time he walk out there, he got to think about, hey, if I miss the kid, they got somebody already to take my job.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know, but I didn't mean to cut you off, Ron. Go ahead and give us what you were.
Zach Robinson, coach, said this on the eye test. I gotta give you your props, coach. Start doing that same plays. Start throwing it to the wide receivers, and it don't do nothing. You gotta change it up. I tired seeing those same plays every game. You gotta change it up. I was running back. Idea. You cannot fumble the ball like that, baby. You cannot fumble the ball. I'd rather take the safety than you just fumble the ball and just let it go into the end zone.
Yeah, that could have been a touchdown. That could have
Right,
been, and then we're in a world of hurt at that point. So
right.
that
I dragged Kyle Pitts.
That's my guy.
Kyle Pitts. Before you start dancing, get in the end zone first.
yeah. Yes, good point. Ladarius, how are you, sir? Welcome to For My ATL Sports One. How you doing?
My
Good guy.
the best co-host ever, right there, is Mr. Ladarius Brown in the house.
I'd like my paycheck to reflect that. But
Wait a minute, you get a paycheck too?
Wow.
yeah, we'll talk about that. I'm not gonna be like somebody and get it all guaranteed, but I would like some guarantees. That's all.
You need to talk to your
injury related stuff.
Ron, were you finished with your notes? I didn't mean to cut you off.
Mooney. I want y'all to go back and think about the one play they called a penalty on Mooney.
Mm-hmm.
They said he was holding.
Right.
The referees got to get stuff right. They got to. Though you acting like Ray Charles out here, baby. Y'all acting like Ray Charles. The corner was holding Mooney, and Mooney was trying to get off of the corner. And I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, definitely. Let's do some housekeeping, gentlemen. LaMarcus Boyd says, winner, winner, chicken dinner, rise up division leaders, and that we are, and that is great, and we are number one, because today we got it done. You see what I did there? Yep, I'm a rapper. Anyway, I'll keep my day job. So, Ladarius, we're talking about takeaways right now. What are your takeaways from this game? Just your thoughts on that.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I want to thank you for the invite. Thank you for having me. I won't be here all day, so I appreciate you allowing me to come on.
Why you're here, Ladarius?
Bless.
When you come on our show, we want you to feel at home, sir. Okay? We want you to kick your feet up. Hey, man, we'll bring you out a plate. You want something to eat? We got you, buddy.
Listen, I don't know that. Listen, I hope you have enough. That's. Listen, you said singular plate. You said singular plate. I'm like, man, one plate. I'm like, I'll just stay at home and eat all the plates I want.
Don't worry, pal. You can triple stack them. I got you, bro. Don't worry about it.
Hey,
I don't tell nobody.
X crush on Anna. I don't even know what that says, so I'm just go with crush. Sorry about that.
X crush X.
You said what? Yeah, I know, right? Some of y'all Falcons fans got to stop doubting y'all self. Believe it.
Go ahead.
Go.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Let's let Ladarius. So Ladarius, go ahead, sir, and wax poetic on your takeaways from this game, or
no, just my takeaways. Listen, in the NFL, it's hard to get wins, so we got to win. That's takeaway one. I want to go back to something that I think C-Dub mentioned when Jimmy Lake said in his press conference. And when he talked about, not looking at the stat sheet. And I posted, and I reposted what he said, and I listed where we were defensively on things. And we were in the bottom three in sacks. We got third down, opponent third down. Here's the thing. Like I said, great win, but here's the problem. We let Baker Mayfield, who listen, good, he still threw for 330 yards and did not have his top two weapons.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, that's a little concerning. Because like I said, offensively, it doesn't surprise me offensively because this is what we all expected from this Falcons defense. We expected the explosive. We expected Kirk Cousins to be what we saw today. And let's not take away, Todd Bowles is Todd Bowles and that defense. Listen, they have questions in Tampa Bay on that defensive side, and Todd Bowles is a great defensive mind. So let's not take away from Kurt's performance, Mooney's, other performances. But here's the thing, And here's the key stat, and you put it up here. Listen, 9 of 14. Third. If you're Jimmy Lake, you cannot have the nerve to stand in front of a bunch of people and tell me you don't look at the stat sheet, because the stat sheet is saying what we all are. Look at the stat sheet. You're giving up. When you give up third downs, you're allowing drives to continue. When you allow drives to continue, our defense stays longer on the field. And when our defense stays longer on the field, there's a good chance they're going to give up a score.
Mm-hmm.
So,
guys, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. We have Jimmy Lake that's going to join the podcast. If you guys will give me a little leeway, I'm going to give you my impression of Jimmy Lake. So
I got the ugly stick waiting for him. Come on.
Yeah, guys, listen, okay? Ladarius, I hear you, buddy. Let's not talk about stats. Let's talk about points, okay? Because guess what? We had more points than they did at the end of the day, right? And at the end of the day in the NFL, if you score more than they do, then you win. And that's what I do. I just win, baby, okay? I just win. Jimmy Lake, 2024. I'm just kidding. I'm facetious, but I'm making a point in that I truly believe that he believes throw the stats out. Let's just keep them from scoring. Let's hold them to less points than we do. I really believe that is a building block, a foundation of Jimmy Lake's philosophy. Go ahead. I just want to throw that in there, Ladarius.
No. Ron had his finger. I'll let Ron go. I'll hold on to my point, Ron.
If you feel like that, Jimmy Lake, then when we play Dallas, they just score points. Now, I know they've been looking suspect the last 2 weeks or whatever, and they get after the quarterback. So, just because you just score points, but you still got to stop teams on defense.
So, guys, I'm sorry, Ron. Let me ask you this question, Ladarius. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, we have a celebrity in the building. We have Mr. Dixon Way.
That's right.
For those of you who don't know who Mr. Dixon Way is, Mr. Dixon Way is the J.P. Barnum of the podcast section. I'm kidding. I was watching Carlito's Way the other day, and he was like, he's a J.P. Barnum of the smack business. And I just wanted a reason to say that. No, in all seriousness, Dixon Way does everything. He does football. He does basketball. He does baseball. He does everything. He does college football. He's a man of many talents. He's a bad man, and he is in this chat. And as always, Dixon Way, hey, man, if you want to hop on, we got you. I'm about to drop the link in the chat, Brother Dixon Way. If you wish to grace us with your presence, we'd love to have you, brother. Now, I'm sorry, Ron. Go ahead, man. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I mean, you got to stop quarterbacks. We cannot even get after quarterbacks. How many sacks we got today? Anybody?
Did we get a sack?
Carry the one, none.
0.
Did we get a sack today? I don't think we did.
No.
I'm not sure. There you go, Dixon Way. If you want to hop on, you can.
So,
we got Falcons fan forever. Jimmy Lake needs to be fired. Damn.
So the back end playing better than the front end of the defense.
Well,
make it make sense.
Forever agrees with you, Ron. He agrees with
All
you.
right.
No sacks. Still, we haven't put pressure on the QB. All right. So, C-Dub, you got your ugly stick. I think is that your ugly stick? You gonna beat Jimmy Lake?
Well, Ladarius, did you have another point? Because I wanted to let you speak, my brother.
No, it's okay. Look, it's okay.
All right.
I did, but no, I'm good. No, I don't. Like I said, I don't want to take away the flow of the show. No, that's not.
Derek, you never take away. Look, man.
No.
You didn't make your point. Okay.
Yeah.
See, regular here. We got him all the time.
Yeah.
Well, what? Like I said,
it's all good.
I don't trust you with that stick. First of all, you look like Gandalf.
I put the stick down.
Listen,
I put the stick.
And I'm trying who's Samwise and who's because you're definitely Gandalf, like with that stick. So
hey, Falcon Falcons fans forever says hello, everybody. Just wanted to drop
What's
that
up, Falcon
What's
fan?
up, man?
in. All right, now go ahead, Ladarius. Sorry about that. What you got, brother?
No, I'll see that. Oh wait, hey, see that you missed Gandalf. He was just here.
Oh
You
wow.
missed him.
Oh
You
wow.
missed him.
You
You love
missed
to
him.
see it. No, but no, I want to go back to the point where, like, here's the thing: if you're Jimmy Lake, your job is defense, and we've seen so many. Listen, if the issue, like I said, no, I'm not even really concerned about the lack of sacks. The greater concern is that, listen, I pulled up, some stats really quickly for for our next 5 games. And it's the passing yard percentage of these offenses for the next 5 games. For Dallas throws the ball 77% of their yards come from the air. That's first in the NFL. We play the Saints 62.9, 17th. Denver 57.8, that's 25th. The Chargers 61.2%, 22nd, and Minnesota 65.7 at 8th in the league.
All right.
But here's my point. You can't go around and say stats don't matter, because here's the reality. I'm not saying we were supposed to blow out Tampa Bay, but what I'm saying is that when Baker Mayfield was out there, look, you couldn't have tell that he didn't have his top 2 receivers. You couldn't tell.
Mm-hmm.
And the simple fact of the matter is, we can sit there in this league. You can't depend on. You can't. Oh, your offense is gonna. Oh no, you're the defense. You need to stop some points before. And it's like, throwing away the stat sheet is stupid. I'm gonna say, and like, listen, I'm not saying Jimmy Lake's over his head, but Jimmy Lake needs to understand. Yeah, sure, throw away the stat sheet, but listen, my guy, are you gonna throw away the stat sheet versus Dallas? Listen, don't let the record fool you. Don't let that stuff fool you. Dallas's offense, listen, they got a guy on there named CeeDee Lamb.
Mm.
And
I'm looking at that man again.
Mm-hmm.
so, and listen, Dallas likes to throw the football, like I just mentioned. They throw the ball 77% of their yards come from passing. This tells me that if Baker puts up 330, could Dak potentially put up 400 yards? That's what that's telling me.
Mm.
Because if you're going to sit around and say stats don't matter, you do you, Jimmy, do you? But here's the reality. Yes, we won the football game, but at what expense did we win the football game? How did we win the football game? And I think we had great plays to help us win the football game.
Yes.
So, but the fact of the matter is, listen, you can't go around saying when you can't get to the quarterback, you ain't got no place. You got a lot of cojones to stand up at a podium and tell people the stats don't matter. Like the pass defense is not great. It's bad enough we can't get to the quarterback, but we can't stop. And that means, you know what? We can't get to the quarterback. Guess what happens? He has all day to throw the football, and that's why we give up yards.
Mm-hmm.
Like, listen, we win, but at what expense? And like Falcons man put up the great, had the point about who actually fits the scheme. Listen, if you're Terry Fontenot, I'm not saying. Listen, if you're serious about winning, if we're supposed to be a Super Bowl team, listen, look what the Rams did in just one season. Look what they did. They went out and got Von Miller.
Yeah.
They had got Jalen Ramsey.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
They went and got Matthew Stafford, because they were like, we can win a Super Bowl. We just need to go. Draft picks don't matter, because if you're that good, if you're supposed to be what we're supposed to be, that first round pick is going to be at the bottom of the draft.
Mm-hmm.
You're just giving it away. It doesn't matter. It's superfluous in the grand scheme of things. So, am I saying, Terry, go all in? Listen, my guy, for your job security, do you have job security?
Yeah, he doesn't have it as an extension, so he's pretty much yeah.
Like, do you like buddy? I didn't hear nothing about a contract extension, unless someone could correct me. I didn't hear nothing about a contract extension. So, my overriding point is, like I said, I won't take up too much time. It's simply this: you can win football games. Yes, we're leading the division, but listen, 3 of the next 5 games are on the road. And listen, if you're not worried about Dallas's defense, we'll see tonight. Did they learn anything on the bye week about fixing that defense? We're going to see. because like I said, at some point you can only lean on one side of the ball for so long until it collapses. So all I'm saying for Atlanta is, at some point, I'm not saying the offense is going to fall apart, but we're not going to be able to put up 31 points every game. We can put up at least we can put up at least 20, but we can't put up 30 every game. And so that means you got to do something defensively to stop the other team from scoring. So back to you.
So
that's a valid point.
So y'all were wondering why. So are y'all wondering why I brought a stick out?
I am.
Because you're Gandalf, and we're going to get Lord of the Rings. That's what I thought.
You pass. No, I'm not Dave Archer. All right.
Our secondary does not suck. I kind of now again. Justin Simmons was out today. Okay,
yeah.
You could see it. You could see it. So now if you're talking about, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not bashing Richie Grant. I'm not bashing Richie Grant.
I will. Don't worry. I will. But go ahead.
Comment I'm about to make is probably going to seem that way. You can tell the difference between when Richie's in there and when Justin's in there. That's all I got.
Thank you.
Anyway, go ahead, C-Dub. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All right. So on the birdcage, Sean Harris showed up with an aluminum baseball bat. I don't have an aluminum baseball bat. I have my ugly walkie stick. But either way, the same will go in this situation. I want to take this stick and beat the ever-living Jesus out of some common sense. Because apparently, Kyle Pitts, this is number one takeaway. Are you Cadillacing to the end zone like your ex-quarterback Desmond Ridder? Let me explain something. I know you don't get touchdowns. I know you are a fantasy black hole. But when you get in that end zone, get in the end zone. Score first. And then you can do all the tricks you want. You can spin on your head if you like. But you Cadillacing like that, there was a reason why we saw Charlie Warner in the lineup afterwards. Mm-hmm. They were sending you a message. All right, look, and I hate to say that after the man got 2 touchdowns. He was a difference maker for us. But it has to be said. Also, Tyler Algier, you have a lot of podcasters that pretty much yell at me and yell at everybody about how Bijan should not get all the snaps in the world. So why are you fumbling in the end zone? Why are you fumbling? And then got whoever 65 is, I need you to fall on the ball, not kick the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, that was even worse. It's almost saying when you're doing too much, well, that's what happens. But no, for real, the ugly stick goes definitely to Jimmy Lake. Because here's the thing. Everyone wants to say, hey, we won. Hey, a W's a W. Guys, you can still lose games, though. And nothing is guaranteed to us. We haven't clinched anything. Now, have we put ourselves in a great position? Heck yes. All right. Do we, but again, you can't take anybody lightly. And that means Jimmy Lake can't be taking the Cowboys lightly. Because, look, Cowboys fan, look, this might be a road game when you go to the Benz. You may need to learn a secret snap count because of the fact that those Cowboy fans, as dumb and ridiculous as they are, love you, Pops. Pops, Henry, love you. But look, you're a crazy Dallas fan. I mean, you'll support Jerry Jones regardless. But anyway, you're about to have to deal with those fans, and they're not all sane. They really aren't. And my thing is this: when I say I want to see my team show up, play defense, and people are like, well, sacks ain't the only thing. You know what? You're right. But it's about setting a tone. It's about no one is going to mess with us. This is our house. Oh, Baker Mayfield, you have your top 2 receivers aren't here. Well, don't worry, we'll make new ones for you. Otten was making plays like you wouldn't believe.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing that was just that was really amazing. It made me drop my jaw on this was when I was watching. It's the New Orleans and Chargers game. New Orleans tried to bring down Justin Herbert, and the Saints player trying to trying to break Herbert's ankle. You see Alt come out of nowhere and just attacking this guy. I need to see that kind of attitude with my team. I need to see you ain't going to mess with my guy. All right? And, it's like this. I see what Ra's trying to do, but this defense is on him. You have Jerry Gray up in the front or up in the booth, all right, as you're an assistant coach. If Jimmy Lake's not listening to him, you need to make the call because I'm sorry. Something is not connecting. And, if we're saying this is my other point, my other takeaway. If we are a playoff team, which that's the goal, are we going to be a playoff team? Are we going to be that? If we are, then we need to start playing like it because we let teams stay in things that have no business staying in it. So, eventually, the Falcons, it may have to be and understand. People are like, well, that doesn't happen in the playoff. Well, let me think. Dan Quinn relieved Richard Smith in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
Because why? The defense wasn't playing well. They kept him until the new year, and then Dan Quinn got another DC. DCs do not have to stay permanent. They can be fired. And look, Ron, you said it perfectly. Didn't Raheem say it himself? I love my money.
I love my money.
Ra, if you love your money, you may need to make a hard choice. Your bestie or your coaching career. Because we all know how this goes. If you bring this kind of defense to the playoffs, it does not succeed. I don't care. For the most times, this defense does not ever survive against anyone in the playoffs.
Are we prosecuting him for thought crimes? I mean, this is just me being devil's advocate.
Yeah, I know. I got you.
Defense gave up 7 points in the second half, and no, it's not pretty to look at, but let's be honest. I mean, for the most part, in most of our games, our defense has been decent from a point scoring perspective, right? So, and again, I'm just playing devil's advocate here. When you say, well, this isn't going to hold up in the playoffs, we haven't made it to the playoffs. What we are, we're 5-3. We're 5-3. We won 5 games. We've lost 3. Now, again, this Falcons team is a riddle with an enigma because we could easily be 7-1. We could easily be 1-7. We could easily be 1-7, right? But go ahead.
I'm glad you said that. Who we play next?
We play Dallas. I don't think that game will be. I don't think that game will be as close as you guys think it will be. I think that's the one game we'll blow Dallas out. Go ahead.
But if you look at it on the back end, and me and C Doug say this all the time. AJ Terrell give up the penalty draws sometimes against taller wide receivers.
Said the penny draws.
Give up like he at 112 now.
And by the way, anybody deserves to go to Magic City. It's my Kirko Chains after he goes to Kohl's to get himself a new shirt so he can get some lemon pepper wings.
Okay, and if we having a hard time with Tampa Bay, we definitely finna have a hard time with Dallas. That defensive line they got and the offensive line. Oh Lord, have mercy.
So they're 25th in the NFL in total defense.
Mm-hmm.
Struggled with their run defense because the one thing I don't like about 4-3 defense is they tend to not be great run stoppers. They're
Mm-hmm.
great. They're great at rushing the passer.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, man, anybody that's running a 4-3 on Madden, I'm gonna run that ball down your throat. You are not gonna
Right.
stop. I'm gonna
And
run that. So for me, look, if I'm Zach Robinson and we're playing the Cowboys, y'all gonna get a double dose of Bijan and Tyler, and your offense is not gonna be on the field that much because we're gonna run it down your throat. We're gonna
right.
score touchdowns. We're gonna play keep away. Now that's me. That doesn't mean that that's what's gonna happen.
Right.
Honestly, I'm not worried about the Cowboys, and
I mean,
I'm typically the one. I'm typically the one that's like, I don't know, one game, but this is one game I legitimately feel like we should win by 2 possessions. But go ahead.
we
Sorry. Go ahead.
we should beat them by 3 touchdowns. We should. We got the overall. We got the better team, in my opinion. But this is the Atlanta Falcons. We do play down to the competition like we did today.
Yeah.
And
Well, yeah, you're right. Go
I,
ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
I think we should have blown out Tampa Bay. They should not even got into the game. They should not. We made the game closer to what it was supposed to be. That's what I'm saying. We got the better team, but do we got the better players when we play Dallas? That a bit different. Do we got that pit bull mentality? Like, hey, y'all not finna come to the A, go to the club and beat us all in the same week? Nah. And having lemon pepper wings on us? Nah.
You ain't touching my lemon pepper wings.
No, it's not going to fly. So we need to have that mindset.
That's
Oh,
luxurious black pepper wings, man.
wow. Ron, Lisa and I were talking about you on Facebook. She loved your analogy of Tito and Michael, and I was just thinking about that. So I'm wondering what your analogy would be for the Cowboys coming into here. But I told my wife about it.
They're like, bro. No, the Dallas Cowboys is like, bro, man. He gonna come upstairs. He gonna come downstairs through the window. He gonna make him a sandwich, and he's gonna tell you he from the flow, and he getting a sandwich.
Right.
The fifth.
What?
Yeah.
We need to take, again, about matchups. We need to take advantage. We got Kyle Pitts, the 2 touchdowns today. Cool.
Yeah.
Can we do that against Dallas?
I think we might run it for 180 yards against Dallas. Like I think that'll be a totally different. You probably won't have to pass the ball. Now that I say that, we'll probably throw for 380 yards. But again, Dallas is 29th against the run. 29th. So you'd have to be an absolute idiot to come out there and do anything but run the ball. That's got to be, look, man, let's go with that outside stretch. Let's see what we can do. Let's go with some, hard runs towards the middle. Let's run the ball and see if we can't play keep away. Look, you get go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Once again, where we rank at on defense on stopping the run?
Oh, we're not great against it, but here's the thing, right? I think we can play keep away from them.
I mean, I think running game wise, we are the better team running the football.
Yes.
Also, and then depends on that injury by Chris Lindstrom too. We need to find out if he's going to be good or whatnot.
Yeah, I heard he was screaming. I don't think that's good, man. I heard he was screaming when he went off the field. Like it was a bad scene, man. Yeah. Okay. So guys, turning points of the game. Obviously, the turnovers I think were a big help. And I think when we went down, and even though it was a field goal, you're still up 7 points going into halftime. I think that was very big. So for me, the 2 turnovers, the field goal at the end of the half, and maybe that penalty that they got when it's 6 seconds left, and it made it a little bit longer for Baker, although he threw it damn near out of the end zone. But
Right.
I just those were the turning points to me. Ladarius, what were the turning points in the game for you?
Well, I think I think the interception by, I believe, was Jesse Bates.
Yeah.
To me, like I said, if there was a good part about this defense, it is the secondary. Like,
Yes.
Richie Grant, listen, we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah, we're not going to talk.
Just like we don't talk about Bruno, we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about. We ain't talking about. Oh, Richie Grant? Nah,
No, we don't speak of him.
Yeah, listen, he went to UCF, fine school, but anyway, because like I say, ay Dios mío. But I think that was a huge turning point for me, because look, my beef. I don't even use the word beef. My concern, specifically with the secondary, we can create turnovers on the secondary aspect of it, because we have a very, let's say, no Justin Simmons, and listen, like you said, it showed. Listen, when some dudes aren't in the lineup, just listen, when you look at the Aints, I meant Saints. I'm sorry. I forgot the S. My apologies.
No. You addressed them appropriately. The Sucks.
Oh, wow.
Hashtag sorry, potentially, maybe never sorry.
Oh, wow.
Listen,
I'm sorry.
Backhead Aints. I'll say it.
So look, you can see them without Derek Carr is not like a franchise dude, but listen, you can tell his presence not in that lineup. Spencer Rattler he's looking rattled. Rattler's looking rattled.
Yeah.
You can tell when if a players get hurt, they're not in the lineup. You can tell when their impact is significant or not. Listen, for Justin Simmons, you could tell him not being in the lineup, and that other guy being in there, it showed. And so, but like I said, that's why I say, I look at a guy like Jesse Bates, AJ Terrell, those were turning points to me, because look, maybe I'm the only person in the room, or maybe in Falcons, as a Falcons fan, I didn't expect this to be like a blow up, because listen, when you play rivalry games, the records don't matter. In this case, it did, but listen, these teams just simply don't like each other,
Right.
and you don't want to be the team that be on the other end losing. So listen, I don't care what the records were going in. Obviously, they were tied. And and when I previewed the game, I said, well, man, this game could be close, like Lee Corso will say, closer than what the experts think.
Right.
Yeah.
Simply because I understand. Listen, I respect what Tampa. Listen, they don't listen. They don't like us, and just listen. And we don't like them. That's the point of the rivalry. And so, and all I heard was, listen, for Tampa Bay fans, you can walk. Oh yeah, Baker 330, but you lost. Why?
Yeah.
Because he made throws that lost you the game.
Mm-hmm.
And and at the end of the day, to me, that was the major turning point, was the turnovers themselves, because at the end of the day, it took. I'm not going to say it made us forget that we don't have any sacks, but it's just a reminder to folks that the longer the quarterback for a good quarterback, the longer you have in the pocket, the more opportunity you have a chance to find somebody that's open. Because they can crochet, knit you a nice sweater, watch The Price is Right. I love Jeopardy,
to the end zone.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Let me say something about that. Listen, and this may sound like bias, and listen, it is bias. I'll say it, it's bias. I have a special place in my heart for Kyle Pitts. I named my fantasy team. Kyle is not the Pitts; it's my fantasy team name in pretty much everywhere.
Wow.
And then the only league, and then for my job, the only one where I don't have it, I changed to Bazooka Sharks, because I'm an American Dad fan. So I was like, how can I shake this up? I'm like, I don't want to see him like Bazooka Sharks. That's, to me, the Falcons, Bazooka Sharks, two great franchises. Two great. Listen, I'm just saying. Listen, Kyle Pitts can listen. If we keep complaining about him, send to the Bazooka Sharks are automatically going to win the championship. That's all I'm saying. But
all right,
but to put a button on the point, like I said, to me, for much as we talked about the defense was the turning point. It's just we just got to do a better job. We can't expect the back end of the defense to do their job if the front end's not doing theirs. That's all I'm saying is that if we can't generate a legitimate pass rush, how can we expect guys like Jesse Bates and AJ Terrell to consistently? Like today, they did great. Like on a consistent basis, we can't. Matthew Judon and these dudes can't do it by themselves. And listen, am I saying, like I said earlier, am I saying take the Rams approach? If you're serious about winning, because listen, if you're serious about like, hey, this could be a Super Bowl team, and Kirk Cousins looked fantastic, like the Kirk Cousins should have been looking. The offense doesn't concern me, but if you go out there and find a pass rusher, listen, you go out and get one, because there's some to be out there. Because at the end of the day, I don't care how great our offense is great, but when we start playing in the playoffs, listen, defense matters just a little bit more because we got to stop some of these other great offenses. So because at the end of the day, I tell people, like, listen, I love the offense. I love what we've done. But if you're Terry, listen, Terry, you ain't got no sort of job security, my guy. You got to do something to do something. Because like I said, when we played Dallas, we should beat Dallas handily. Because that's it. At the end of the day, their defense is absolute cheeks. Like, they don't have Micah Parsons.
Nope.
So they don't have a lot of missing. Like, listen, it's cheeks. It's awful. I'm not going to say Mr. Cheeks because I'm not going to disrespect Mr. Cheeks. Like, listen, it's Cheeks. I'm not going to. I don't know if, I'm not going to disrespect Mr. Cheeks because listen, he's a fine musician, man who makes music. I'm not going to disrespect Mr. Cheeks, but listen, both defenses aren't great. So if you see a lot of points in this game, do not be shocked because at the end of the day, like you have the number on your screen, 25th in total defense, and it's worse. We can't listen. If you're Zach Robinson, Bijan, Algiers, the formula. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Don't try to force and matriculate the. Don't listen. Kirk Cousins just needs to be efficient. That's it. Convert our third downs. Stay on the field. Shove it down their throats, and we're going to be fine. But going back to this game, the defense was the turning point, and moving forward, like I say, we can't put it all on the secondary because at some point the front seven's got to do something. We got to do something, and people are like, "Oh yeah, celebrate the win." Sure, listen, I tell people, look at the Chiefs. The Chiefs don't look great at all, but you know what? They haven't lost a game this season, so
that's
they haven't looked.
That is
exactly. You couldn't on their worst day ever. You still can't beat them.
That's
Patrick Mahomes trucked the guy, who he had no business trucking, and that's when I knew, man, this team is ain't no. When Patrick Mahomes is not being Patrick Mahomes, imagine when he becomes Patrick Mahomes. So like I said, we can't listen. You're Raheem Morris. Your press conferences are a little bit harder than Andy Reid. It's all I'm saying. So I'm just saying, you guys, you can Andy Reid can sit there and say, "Oh man, well we won the game." Raheem, there's more questions. So, and by the way, tell Jimmy Lake, hey, get that stat sheet out of the trash can, and actually look at it, and actually create a game plan. Because you can't. Oh well, we go. Listen, you can't bank on. You can't bank on your. Like I said, you can't bank on your offense to put up 30 every game. You got to hold teams down. Because at some point, your offense is going to run across the defense, and they're not going to be able to score. You're going to be how you going to win those 17-10, 14-13 games?
Yeah.
I said, so at some point, you need to do your job. Don't worry about what the offense is doing, my guy. Focus on your job security because, listen, Raheem Morris ain't wrong. Listen, if they say choose between my money and you, listen, I'm not saying you can buy friends. I'm not saying that, but I'm not saying that.
Oh.
Let me get closer to the microphone. I'm not saying that. I'm not endorsing that. So don't take that as a disclaimer whatsoever, because I will vehemently deny it. All I'm saying is that Raheem Morris ain't gonna go to the bat for you like you think he will. So, like I said, I took up too much time. So back to you guys in the studio. I'm out in the field. Back to you guys in the studio.
All good. All good. Our man about town in the field. All good. So, who did I get to? Did we get to C-Dub on Turning Points? Did we get to Ron? We missed somebody. Did we get to? Did we get to some?
Yeah, I meant Gandalf. I meant
C-Dub. Yeah, right here. Yeah,
C-Dub.
You shall.
Sorry, I was on mute. Yeah, because I still have the stick. All right, so the Turning Point. It's going to sound crazy, but it's when Bijan Robinson juked the guy's jaws off. Because my Lord, I mean, it was a great throw, and then he's running, and then it's like I didn't even see this guy coming, and he just stopped, and you could just feel the wind going by him.
Yeah,
and then he's like, "Well, that was." He's like, he probably looked and said, "Young man, where are you going?" And then he walked in. I mean, I thought that was a legit turning play because the Bucs were having to be in catch-up mode. They couldn't just be, blending the game plan. And you saw more mistakes were happening around that time. So, look, this isn't, I will say this. You caused Baker to throw interceptions. Good job. My thing is this. We still have to depend on the front seven eventually. Mm-hmm. You can't go through a season and having minimum amount of sacks, having minimum amount of impact from your defensive line and linebackers. And if you do, fire your defensive line coach and your linebackers coach because they're just useless. Really, that's really what you're saying. I will say this. The next couple of games are going to be interesting because if you try to look past the Cowboys, there is more of a if you mess that game up, there's going to be more eyes on that game than there will be for the Saints game.
Mm-hmm.
But the criticism will be just as harsh. So, and I'm being honest because we all know the most overrated team in America are the Dallas Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
The Dallas Cowboys, ladies and gentlemen.
Did I speak any lies? Tell me when I'm telling lies, right, Ladarius?
No, you're right. Listen, it's definitely not the Bazooka Sharks. I'll tell you that much.
No, Bazooka Sharks are the legit deal. If they ever get in the NFL, we're screwed.
Underrated.
Yes.
Manners, definitely first overall pick. But anyway,
yeah. Bazooka Sharks.
You heard it here first, folks. The Bazooka Sharks. Just because you started on my show, Ladarius, I'm going to use that. I just want you to know going forward, whenever I have a great team, they're going to be the Bazooka Sharks. So I'm going to be like, there's no Bazooka Sharks. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So just saying.
That's the greatest. Offense. I mean, that's the name. I could just see the mascot. I really can. I mean, it needs to have a Deadpool mask on.
Z-Dub comes up with the walking stick. Open the game. You shall not score. Boom, boom. Thunder, lightning everywhere. You shall not pass.
I got the broomstick.
And then, and Ron comes with the broomstick. And then me and Terry just point down like, man, we hired these guys? Yeah. We're watching the game like, man, we should do something. Like, yeah. They want to come down there and do that? That looks ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
We don't mind looking ridiculous. That's what we do.
Exactly.
Good.
The pay is great. The pay is great.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll be in the Bazooka Star suite watching it all, but just
Yeah, exactly. But that's what you guys should do because you deserve that. That's the place that should be reserved for y'all. So just saying. But I just think that the turning point was the touchdown. But then, this is going to sound crazy. I actually think a big turning point was Koo missing the field goal because it made the defense realize we can't give up a touchdown.
That's fair.
Because because if you gave up the field goal, that meant they had an 8-point lead. So you could be like, okay, we got to stop them, but they got to get the 2 points on us. Right. So yeah, I know it sounds crazy, but I actually think missing the field goal kind of made them go, all right, we got to, because at that point you also realize they had to go the length of the field, but also they had to, when you miss a field goal, you're missing it from where the guy kicks it. So the ball's up in that area. So, I'm not going to say that the defense was amazing because it wasn't. But when time's called to win the game, they played their role. Jesse Bates, MVP of the game. Without the punch out and the interception, I don't know where we would be in the game. And AJ Terrell did well, but Jesse Bates set the tone in that game.
Right.
Well, let's go ahead and switch gears, guys. This is the part of the section called What I Learned Today, and I just didn't want to write it out, so it's an acronym WILT. Not Wilt the Stilt, but WILT, What I Learned Today. And I'll start with me because, it's my acronym. What I learned today is that it looks like, Jesse Bates is having an affect on AJ, right? This is AJ's, second interception in as many as 2-3 games or whatever. And he's gone 3 years without one. And this was a good one because AJ really baited Baker on that one. Like the play, the Jesse's interception was just Jesse being Jesse. That's a hell of an athlete. Jesse is a mama. There go that man again. Like, not a lot of defensive backs that could go up. I think he might have caught that with one hand. Or if he did, like, it was just full extension. I'm going to bring it down. You're not going to do this to me. Phenomenal. But AJ's was more guile. AJ's was, I'm going to shade to the post and make you think I'm going there, and you're going to do your 1-2 read, and I'm going to throw it. And that was probably a little bit of film study at the route combination and a little bit of guile. And we haven't seen that version of AJ in a while. And that's and these are things that you can do in zone coverage. So for me, what I learned is that Jesse is having a very positive affect on AJ and probably all of the other corners. And I just think it was great. We'll start with C-Dub this time. C-Dub, what'd you learn today in this game? What'd you learn today?
2 things. Number one, I've learned Bijan is a big play kind of player, or he's a big time game player.
Yeah.
When you need him to play and make plays, he's going to make them.
Yeah.
He had a run that should have counted as a touchdown. They called a penalty. Okay. Yep. You could have been angry. You could have moped about it, but you dealt with it.
Yeah.
All right. So, but that's something right there. But the reason I say that, what I also in this first point, what I also learned, Tyler Algier. Don't be surprised if Tyler Algier is part of a package, folks, because he doesn't have a contract after this year.
Oh, wow.
And there's no extension. There's no extension.
Okay.
Yeah. So, look, everyone's like, well, we'll just pay. Well, before you do that, maybe you need to ask yourself, well, why would the Falcons draft Bijan Robinson at 8 when they had Tyler Algier? Maybe something like this should tell you, because, folks, if you're not watching Tyler run or watching Bijan run, he's slowing down. He's letting the pocket open. He's letting the lane show up, and he's running to him. He is seeing some things that we haven't seen. Where he cut because someone's, I knew as soon as he made that cut, there were 2 Buccaneers, and he made the cut like, I already saw you guys. I'm going to the other side of that. And he got even more yardage. So It's just plays like that. And look, I know someone told me Bijan or Tyler could do the same things. Look, I've seen Tyler pick up blocks, I've seen him catch, and I've seen him run. I truly believe that is why they wanted him more than they want that Bijan or Tyler. I still say you can keep them both, but if we're talking about making moments or doing what you can to get playmakers, you may have to give up something to get something.
Right.
And then on my third and on my second takeaway is this. Richie Grant, Jimmy Lake. First of all, Richie Grant, don't you ever cover a tight end. You are banished in the Seattle realm. I don't ever want to stick. He should be banished to the shadow realm and never to cover a tight end. That man don't know how to cover. I mean, just put a blanket over him because that will stop him more than Grant will. And Jimmy Lake, what I've learned is you stubborn, and it ain't the good one. Yeet.
Damn.
No, okay. For Jimmy Lake. No. For Jimmy Lake, no yeet.
No.
Can we put a package just with all them for Max Cosby, the defensive coordinator, Jimmy Lake, our wannabe safety, look like Stevie Wonder on the field, Tyler Algier, fumbling the ball, that a package for what? Sound like Max Cosby to me. And first round draft pick, hey. Sound like a good package to me. They need a running back. They need a safety. They need a defensive coordinator. Y'all see what I'm doing?
Yeah. The defensive coordinator. Jeez, man. All right.
Hey, wait a minute. He would fit in beautiful.
Is that
he would fit in beautiful with the Raiders.
I don't think the Raiders want to get rid of Max Crosby. I don't. Now, if you're talking about going like what you said earlier, which I really like, Ron, I got to give you props. I really like that. Dexter Lawrence and Ogundeji, whatever the hell his name is, Aziz Alon. I might be willing to give up Tyler. I might be willing to give up Tyler and a bunch of first round picks. I don't know that they take Jimmy. Okay, so probably gotta keep him. But
Jimmy never be the cherry on top.
Oh wow.
Be like, hey, we see y'all here, a defensive coordinator. We see you, baby.
Hold on. Jimmy's going to be a defensive coordinator for free. He'll have a sign, defensive coordinator for free.
Hey, you know how they say you to pay somebody in food stamps? You to pay Jimmy Lake in food stamps.
Damn. Y'all guys are being brutal, man. I mean, dude, we're still winning, guys. I mean, come on. You guys are a little bit too harsh, man.
Yeah.
You know what
I'm going to ask you a question. Do you want to win or do you want to win? It's different how we've been winning.
Okay. This is what you need to know about T. Will. Yes, I'm speaking about myself in third person. I just want to win. Okay. I don't give a damn if we win by 1. I don't give a damn if we win by 40. I just want to win. And I'm not saying we don't have improvements to make. I'm not saying that. I agree. We definitely need to make some modifications to this team. But I'd be remiss if I did not put out there constantly that, guys, we're winning games. And more importantly, it's not like we're getting shredded the entire time. When Raheem and Jimmy go in at halftime, they figure something out. They figure it out. And they make an adjustment. And look, if it wasn't for a couple of stupid plays, I'm not going to say that. If it wasn't for a couple of mistakes by our offense, this game wouldn't have been as close, right? At least the one by our offense, and then I think the one last week. But anyway, guys, your point's made. Ladarius, what did you learn today?
Well, I learned it's not a great day to be Jimmy Lake. I'll tell you that much. Not a great day. Jesus Christ. Listen,
No,
I'll tell you right
G.
now. Listen. I like to eat. I'm keeping them stamps. Like, listen, you know. Listen, I spend my cash too. But listen, listen. Like, how much are we talking? Like, listen, let's clear that off. Listen, he's not getting all of it. And in fact, I think Jimmy Lake owes us food stamps after watching that. After his defense is getting eaten up alive, we need to watch that. So, so anyway, so sorry. So I guess Jimmy Lake's not invited to the Halloween party. Well, no, he's a ghost.
Wow.
You see, he's not.
Wow.
Yeah, because you can't see him. I think we can see John Cena, but we can't. Anyway, sorry. Come on, some jorts, and come on some color hat and a. Then even Jimmy Lake, we still not going to see you. But listen,
Right.
we might get John Cena here because listen, we can see him more than we can see Jimmy Lake. So that right. So anyway, what I learned.
Jimmy Lake today, man. Go ahead.
But anyway, that's gonna be his exit music.
Oh wow! Oh, you guys are
no, John, we're gonna.
He's gonna go. You can't see me.
Wait, he's gonna give him an F through the. He's gonna give him an S through the.
You guys,
we can get a new desk. We can get a new desk.
Like today, man.
Add to the judgment through the table. Yeah, that works. Now. Okay. No. Anyway.
Up Jimmy Lake today, man.
So no yeet and no Halloween party. Anyway, my what I learned today is how. Listen, it's back to Kyle Pitts, and listen, it felt like for a while. I never lost hope in Kyle Pitts because, like I say, I know the guy is uber talented. I've seen it. I know he's great. So when I see, the two over his last 4 games, 21 receptions, 314 yards, 2 touchdowns. That may not look great when you look at it like this. He's already matched the amount of touchdowns he scored this 3 that he did all of last season.
That's amazing.
He's already at 3. So this is telling me that how I've been saying he is a mismatch if you use him correctly. You can slip him in the slot position. He's a receiver in a tight end's body. He brings a sense of flexibility to your offense. He's kind of like Bijan, where Bijan can run it and Bijan can get that ball at the backfield, and go out there in the flat. It's about versatility. And what I learned today is that, if Zach Robinson, who I think actually kept the stat sheet, he's not like the other guy. I'm not going to say, Jimmy Ocean, but, Billy Ocean's illegitimate brother, but so
Part 2.
Yeah, get out of my car. Just seriously, get out, Jimmy. Get out of my dreams and my car. But you told me to stay. No, get out of my car. I just had this.
Don't even get in the backseat, baby.
Get in the trunk. Get in the trunk. There's no air back there. I'll poke some holes. Anyway,
I'm not even poking the holes.
Ron, you can't say that out loud, man. Come on now.
Oh, my bad.
I ain't trying to catch a charge around here. I'm not trying to catch a charge.
Exactly. We're just giving someone a nice ride.
Listen,
wow.
Yeah, Billy Ocean's looking for his brother Jimmy Lake. Listen,
Damn.
just tell him suddenly.
Wow.
No meaning to me.
Hey, Jimmy Lake has appeared on our show. He's tired of getting beat up by you guys. Jimmy, how you feel right now?
Let's work on that upper lip some more. Yeah. Keep taking them hits.
Wow, you guys are man.
What we say in Atlanta, a 2-piece and biscuit.
Yeah.
You got that right.
In his case, just give him a 1 piece and half a biscuit. Look, no full biscuit for you.
Jimmy said,
you know what? Look,
guys beating him up. He says, "Look, my defenses give up less than 10 points in the second half, and we're winning games. And you're gonna put some respect on my name."
And we're gonna
put hold on. I gotta say this, Jimmy. I'm gonna give you a picture. Whenever you don't want to send a blitz, or whenever you don't want to send pressure, I want you to look at. It's going to be a picture of Grady Jarrett as a trash man, looking at you. Every time you spend money, you look at that picture. You look at Grady working 5 jobs trying to make a living. Him and Judon can't get no contract renegotiation because he's only got 2 sacks.
We treat that man like he's rock. That was a great show. Underrated show. Underrated show.
Everybody hates. I also love Everybody Hates Chris. But yeah,
I think that was the theme.
oh,
Rock
What?
theme. A little doo wop. You gotta stop. Listen. He's not Carl. He's not quite Carl Winslow, but hey, respectable job. Respect. Did we do that? Yes, we did. But anyway, sorry.
Oh, you guys.
you came for a show and a dance. Yeet.
What? Wow.
Let's see that wearing a backwards hat with his jorts. But
I'm gonna be like Deadpool dancing to bye bye bye. Y'all watch out now.
But I just wanted to button up my point on Kyle Pitts real quick.
Yeah,
because we got sidetracked, and I'll take full responsibility for that, for my actions, and I'll send you a basket of fruit basket or something. I'll send you some melons and some grapes. They were like grapes. Yeah.
Wow.
But here's the thing. Like I say, when you utilize a guy like Kyle Pitts in the offense, good things can happen. And like I said, we can because at the end of the day, my issue with the Falcons offense, I expected him to be better than what he was last season because of Kirk Cousins. Because of Kirk Cousins, if you look at his relationship, especially when he was at Washington, at Minnesota, we had T.J. Hawkinson. And he has a great. So I said, well, if he respectfully, I think Kyle Pitts has the upside. I said, well, Kyle Pitts is going to have a better year than he did last year, and he is. And listen, to reach the number of touchdowns he had all last season already in Week 8, it speaks to maybe Zach Robinson maybe knows what he's doing. Not saying all the way. Maybe he keeps that stat sheet like Billy Ocean's, illegitimate brother does. So,
wow.
But
Wow. Keep coming, man. Come on.
And suddenly,
I love it.
And suddenly, I am done. There we go.
Wow.
Get out of my dream.
Wow.
Get in my
seriously,
car.
Jimmy, get out of my car.
Yeah, get out of my car too. I don't want you in the ride.
Hey, listen. Here's $20. Get a cab and get out of here.
I've been not able to get him the $20. I'll be like, find your own way back.
No, listen. Listen. My mom taught me to. Listen. I was raised to be nice. I'll give him 20. I was gonna give him 10, but I was like, I'll give him 20.
Hold on.
Not
just that, but if
$100 bill, I would have broke. I get chicken nuggets or something to eat. Listen, I'm not.
Yeah, exactly. You give him 20. Hold on. You give him 20. He just has to do. At least do. What, a small. It's not like he's going to actually get home by the 20. He has to figure the rest out.
See,
and he can't defend
remember
himself
back
anyway.
in the day,
So there you go.
the paper food stamps back in the day.
Oh yeah, the red. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the red, the green, the paper food stamps. Hey Jimmy, here you go, $2. Now,
I need
Find your own way.
a dollar. That's what I need.
Hey Jimmy, here you go.
Wow.
$2.
I'm not trying to get no copy. I need. Jimmy said he needs a couple of dollars. You getting a dollar, because I'm not giving you $100 bill. I'm not breaking it. So
That's not what's his name, right? That's Dun, 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 dun. Now you tell everybody. What's his name?
yeah, Aloe Black. Yeah, Aloe
Tell
Black.
everybody.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well,
That Jimmy Lake is not the man.
Yeah,
Oh,
not
okay.
the man. Yeah, sorry.
Don't
Who's
know
that?
if he's a man. Okay,
guys are
back to you, T-Will. Sorry, I'm gonna mute myself.
Please, God. You gonna have Jimmy Lake looking for me, man? I'm like, Jimmy, I didn't even do it. I was the one guy trying to back you. Jeez, man. You guys are savage.
3-on-1.
It's not like. Hold on.
3-on-1.
It's not like he's gonna. Yeah, it's not like he's gonna press you. He probably just plays way back zone.
Yeah.
What you say?
He's gonna play in the back of the end zone. What?
Wow.
I didn't hear. What'd they say?
Oh wow.
I can hear this crowd is in. Why are you in the crowd, Jimmy? Get on. Oh, sorry guys. Sorry guys. You see,
All
Billy
right,
Ocean gets up and walks away from the game. Like I can't watch this.
You
I
dishonored
came here-
the.
My mom told me to come watch my brother play, coach, and I'm like, I can't do it. Sorry.
You've dishonored the family.
Yeah.
Stay as a lake.
I'm going to go perform with Lionel Richie. I'm going to get the Commodores back together. I'm not
No,
doing it.
Lionel Richie would be like, you're on your own, player.
Man, go dance on the
Dancing on
ceiling. Hey,
ceiling,
Jimmy, go dance
yeah.
on the ceiling. Go dance on the ceiling, pal. Oh, okay. There we go.
All
Back
right,
to
so I
mute.
think we're like 20th or 22nd in points.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
yeah.
that's the saving grade.
But that's if we're 20th, that means we're not even in the upper half of the league in points.
Yeah, it's kind of it's not like the lower half, but it's not exactly the middle either. It's kind of like in that dead zone kind of where it's like
we're the best of the worst, sir.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, guys.
And you walked into a pole.
I'm trying to find the one stat that's gonna give Jimmy some love.
No, Jim. No, Jimbo. Get it.
Clearly,
No,
you guys.
What
When you hear this-
that song used to come on the radio? You better let it go.
Let it go.
Looks like Jimmy got another TK. Oh, sorry to the estate of Teddy Pendergrass. I apologize. Back
Right.
Whoa! What's defense got to do?
Turnovers. That's really overrated. Yeah, something like that.
Oh wow. All right, guys. We're gonna do shout outs now. So Ladarius, tell us where we can find you.
Absolutely. You can find me on Twitter or X. I have a Twitter, X, and TikTok at Ladarius_Brown. You can follow me on Instagram, Ladarius_Brown. I also writer and editor for Beyond Women's Sports. My football previews. I put out I'm putting out one more preview of the Monday Night Football game tonight, which will probably come out probably during halftime of tonight's Sunday Night Football game. And so just be on the lookout for that and all the amazing stuff. And like I say, thank you, for allowing me to come on and promote the Bazooka Sharks, Kyle Pitts, and the music of Teddy Pendergrass and Billy Ocean and everybody else. So, and that's the radio. Good night. Good night.
C-Dub, tell them where they can find you.
C28 is the YouTube channel. CAAWTN. On Twitter /X, so that's where another part. And if you just type C double in Facebook search, you'll find me on there. I have a page, and also that my name will pop up too. So we just don't use it because of government issues. So got to hide what's hidden. So you know how that is. So besides that, guys, my shout out goes to Ron, Ladarius, T. Will. Thank y'all so much for having me. Also thank the eye test, thank the Birdcage, and thank everybody that's podcasting today, because you know what, we got something to talk about. It's the Falcons. Big thanks to the Falcons, and big shout out to Bijan, to Jesse Bates, and Mr. Primetime Kirko Chains. What's up? Enjoy your Kohl's shopping spree, and then go to Magic City and get that 10-piece lemon pepper wings, bro.
Lemon pepper steppers. All right, Ron. Tell us about your 38 shows that you're on during the week. Go ahead.
You can find me on Top Your Ears Tuesday nights around 8 o'clock. You can find me on Pops and the Hemi Brothers Thursday around 8 o'clock. You can find me on the eye test.
He forgot how to show these.
You got Pops and the Hemi Brothers. You got Talk Your Ish. You got my shows. You got Ladarius shows. You got Smitty shows.
Right. I just do so many shows right now.
Play gonna play. You know how that
find
goes.
me on the Waffle House Friday nights.
Oh wow.
On Facebook and YouTube. What else?
Oh my God.
And you can
Friday
find me
night,
here.
he's on everything. And Friday night, he's on our show. So he is the newest and last member of our show, which is give me one sec. Yes, Claire Bear. I'm gonna eat. I'll be down in a sec, okay? Uncle Terry's doing his show. Okay. All right, Claire Bear. Sorry, she's
Oh,
any better.
oh
Uh,
nope. That kid matters.
yeah. So
Look,
yeah, but Ron just joined our show, right? So we got City
Yeah.
Local our show, and
I,
one of the 50 that he does during the week. So I mean, hey, do
look,
me a favor, C Dub, write down Ron's shows for him. So next week, he-
I
You
just
know,
be
you remember?
roasting all the time.
Hold on. You got to remember when it, the joke you made about how Xavier and all that. This is where I have to do it. Okay, Ron is on this day.
I just be watching all the time. So
you're like you're like a low key Dixon Way, man. You're getting it in, but hey, man, congrats on your success, man, and keep doing it. It's all about building.
thank
Guys,
you.
we're trying to build something. Obviously, we're trying to do positive content for the Falcons, but we're also trying to build something in our own regards. And it's just fun to get together with you brothers, man, and talk Falcons and have a good time. This has been a blast. I really did enjoy it. I want to thank you. I want to thank every fan that came in this chat and just spent a little time with us. You could have been anywhere in the world. You chose to be with us. So I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to you, gentlemen, for joining me because, again, you could have been anywhere in the world. You chose to join me and talk about our beloved, illustrious Falcons, whom I love with all my heart, uh, even Jimmy Lake. And I want to thank God because without him, I would not be here. I wouldn't be in this business. I got to continue to give him praises and thank you. I want to thank my family. Obviously, again, everybody that I know in this business, specifically, I got to thank Mr. Jack Spade, gave me my start, my brother Eric Parker, those two. And hey, guys, hey, we will see you guys next Friday. We might do a couple pop-up show couple pop-up shows in the mornings this week. Not sure, but we may do it, so look out for that. But if not, you can see us Fridays typically around 7 p.m. and Sundays after the game. I am your host, T. Will. I can be found on One Time for the Fan, typically on Sundays. Although we typically don't air Sundays after the game, which is kind of ironic because we're a Falcon show. But anyway, whatever.
Well,
Wednesday.
he's got to fight that traffic too, and he's got to get to certain places. You know how Jack does, man. Jack's a good man.
Jack Spade goes to every game, so then
Yeah, he's the man of the people.
Yeah, that's right. And then special shout out to Jack, man. It's your birthday, brother. Happy birthday. Hope you enjoyed your weekend. I know you enjoyed the victory. We are going to talk about this on Wednesday. One Time for the Fan may have a pop-up show this week as well. But again, Wednesdays at 8, Fridays at 9 a.m., typically Sundays around 8 p.m. I'm also on this channel, which is For My ATL Sports 1 on YouTube. Please like, share, and subscribe if you have not already. We'd love to have you as a new member. We'd love to have you as a fan. And, hey, we'd love to just fellowship with you. So, again, thanks, everyone, for joining us. This was a great show. Great victory by the Falcons. We will see you again on Friday. Rise up. You guys have a great day. Thank you so much, everyone.
God bless.
We are